Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. I have here a patient who attended with bilateral, fully occluding, dry, sticky, dead keratin. So this may look like earwax, but in fact it's dead skin that once lined the ear canal that has since died and shedded but failed to migrate. And as I'm extracting this plug of skin out, you can see the tail of skin beyond it, which is some of it which is still attached to the ear canal actually. So this is the patient's left ear, and they've got the most twisty, bendy ear canal. It's almost at a 90-degree angle, and you'll better visualize that as the video procedure continues. So I've removed the main occlusion, the main blockage, and now I'm just going to spend a bit of time peeling away the next layer of dead skin. So this skin is forming and developing on the ear canal wall, just like almost like an onion in layers. So we're having to remove the skin in layers. The layer closest to the ear canal, as you can probably see here, it's a more translucent shade. You can see through it. It's not oxidized, so it's more pale as opposed to more orange and brown. And the dead skin layer furthest away from the ear canal, that's darker, it's oxidized, so that's been there for longer. So freshly shedded dead skin, it's more white, see-through, and the longer it's been there, that layer then gets pushed further away by another layer that has died underneath, and it's a continuous cycle. And this skin should naturally migrate out of our ears. Our ears have evolved over millennia to expel dead skin on its own accord. Otherwise, all of our ears would be full of dead skin, just like this patient. So it's hard to know why in this particular patient the skin has failed to fully migrate. It may be due to their twisty ear anatomy, and again, you will have a better view of that a bit later on. When I'm cleaning the entrance of the ear, you'll just see how bendy this patient's ear canal is. So when you've got a significant bend in the ear canal, as the skin is migrating, it gets trapped as it's trying to travel around the bend, and then it gathers and it builds up. I'm not sure if that's the case in this patient, although they have got a twisty ear canal. Some patients' skin is they've just lost the ability, or never had the ability in the first place, for it to move sideways like a conveyor belt out of the ear. Some patients who have undergone radiotherapy, for example, as well, it's well known and documented. So radiotherapy around the ears and head region, where it would impact their ears, that the skin then just fails to migrate. So that is a known cause. Also, radiotherapy, it can damage some of the ceremunous and sebaceous glands. So these glands secrete the oily sweat and the oily fatty liquid which later forms earwax. But without those glands, you don't have the oils and sweats, so the ear canal becomes drier, and so then you get dry skin, and that skin then fails to migrate. There's more friction. So we can see the eardrum, that looks really nice and healthy. I'm just trying to remove as much skin as possible. The patient does have to tend every year. So the more skin I can remove today, just the longer, hopefully, even if it's a few weeks or a month more, it can just help the patient. There's no clarinetting, which is great. Sometimes when you vacuum dead skin, the skin violently flaps at the tip of the sucker, and it emits a very loud, high-frequency squeal, which is unpleasant for the patient and also myself. So we're free of that. So I'm just continuing. This is right near the eardrum and the anterior recess. I'm just trying to tear away some of the skin. Now, we're not going to get every little last speck and flake. There is going to be a few tail ends as well of the skin, but I'm already quite pleased with this. And we're going to be spending a bit of time near the entrance in a moment, so the cartilaginous portion. Remember the cartilage portion, like we are here, we can apply a bit more pressure against the canal wall. We're on the bony part, the sensitive part, we've got to be very gentle. So this gives you a very good idea of how bendy the ear canal is. And the endoscope is angled directly into the ear canal in the middle. You cannot see the eardrum. So the eardrum is then veers off to the left. So the ear canal, you can see just to the left of screen, the ear canal bends. That's the second bend. It's coming in and out of shot. You will see it in a moment. And you get a very, almost like a chicane there. You can see the second bend. So the eardrum is behind that. Now, we all should have a slightly bendy, twisty ear canal. Our ear canal should resemble a sigmoid shape, so an S bend. You get a first bend around 0.5 centimetre into the ear canal, and the second bend is a further 0.5 centimetre or so into the ear canal. And these bends are believed to be an evolutionary advantage. So for example, in this particular patient, if you have a foreign body that enters the ear, it's going to have to navigate around the bend before it makes contact with the eardrum. So the eardrum is well protected. Whereas if you have a straight ear canal, the eardrum is exposed, so it's believed to be an evolutionary advantage. It helps to safeguard the eardrum. And I had to really kind of rotate my wrist there just to get the view of the eardrum. So I went into the ear canal with the endoscope, and at the juncture of the second bend, in order for me to view the eardrum, I then had to rotate my the wrist, so my left wrist that was holding the endoscope about 90 degrees almost, to rotate the tip of the endoscope so it's projected towards the eardrum in order for me to view. I'm just mopping up some of this sticky dead skin. So the patient did have a sticky consistency of skin. So we're going to have one final view again. I'm going to enter the ear, rotate the endoscope, got a really clear view there, and really happy. So this is the same patient, this is the right ear. You can see there's a little gap just through the centre. But once again, this looks like earwax, but it's not, it's just dead skin. There might be a slight bit of earwax now. Earwax and dead skin does somewhat overlap because 60% or so of earwax is made up of dead skin, but some patients have pure dead skin. All they've got is, or 95% above, so it's a very high concentration. There was a little bit of earwax in the mix there. How do you tell the difference? So skin generally has a very glossy appearance, and you can see the skin cells. So you can see here, as I'm peeling it, if you look very closely at the texture, you can actually see the skin cells. It's got this transparent, translucent appearance as well, where wax is more solid in structure. You don't get tails of wax, you can get tails of dead skin. So, and you get a lot of reflection back from the light from the endoscope with dead skin, and that's because of the keratin. Keratin helps. This is a protein found in the outermost layer of skin, and also hair strands or fingernails. You can probably see within that skin, within the blanket, there's some flakes of skin that are a bit thicker and crusted. It's more oxidized. So this keratin helps to protect the skin from harmful UV rays. It reflects it away. It's hydrophobic, so similar with the light from the light source, it reflects it away, so we can get a bit of reflection, a bit of brightness. Again, just trying to peel this away. See the eardrum already, it's nice and healthy. Similarly to their left ear, they have got quite a bendy ear. I would say that the left ear, the first ear, was significantly more bendy. This isn't as pronounced. Still bendy nonetheless. There's just some dead skin at the front part of the ear canal. And just trying to peel down and away, almost trying to tear this away. Now, if I couldn't get it, if I felt it was risky getting it, I would have left it. It was not going to cause the patient any problems, but as you can see, I've managed to peel that. Sometimes with skin, you have to go towards the eardrum and peel it. Sometimes you reverse it. You come away towards the entrance, and that will peel it. So it just depends on the migration path and at what stage the eardrum is shedding and migrating. So this is on the cartilage portion. I'm just going to peel this away. And we're just going to mop up a little bit. I'm going to view the eardrum. So yeah, we have a few flakes. That's inevitable. As we peel the skin, it's going to have to tear away at some point. So you get a few flakes that protrude out from the canal wall, but as you can see, it's quite a narrow ear. This is narrower than the left ear. Just a bit of debris near the entrance. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, and speak soon. Bye.